everybody, welcome back to Family Firearm Reviews. Today we're going to check out the Sig Copperhead, my little buddy here. Now I've been trying to get my hands on one of these for a long time, and I finally saved up enough of the pennies to afford one. So these are kind of expensive. They can run up to $1,600, but I think it's definitely going to be worth it. It's a definite great small, compact kind of backpack, take it with you firearm. I think it's going to be really fun today. There are some cool features about it. Now, as you can see, it doesn't have the typical folder that it has on there. It actually has just a one-position brace that you're able to use here, and the brace does swivel, so if you want to have it on your arm kind of in a different way, you're able to do that. We do have standard AR controls. The thing is, if you don't want this style of brace and you prefer to have a folder, you can take this brace off, and on the back here, there's a spot where you can actually put the folding brace on there. So you just have to pop this out, and you could swap to, you know, a different brace that you would really like. So to put this brace away, all we gotta do is push this little button here. We're able to slide that right in. We do have ambi controls on our charging handle, which is really great because the whole gun is ambi. So as you can see, set up for the right or left-handed person here. We've got our safety, we've got our mag release, we've got our bolt catch. Everything's really easy there. Now, it is designed to have a nice grip, easy to get a hold of, so if you have it in a backpack or something like that, you can easily get your hand in there. It's very slim, very small. So as you can see, it does have a little bit of texture on the side, some grips here, but there's not a ton of texture on that grip. And I'm a texture guy, I really like texture, but I'm not really sure how this is going to go. You really only have some good texture here on the sides of your grip, and then on the back it's got little kind of striations, but that's not a lot of grip in my opinion. But it is only 9mm. This is definitely just a pistol. We do have a built-in hand stop because it is very small. So you can see you get your hand in there. It gives you somewhere to place it. You know, you get your arm through that brace. We're able to really grip a hold of that. Gives you a good stable platform to put this out. Now we did run our Vortex Spark Solar on here, so we just threw that on there. We've got it bore sighted, so we're going to see how good that is here. It does have a nice flared mag well, so as you can see, it's going to be easy to funnel those mags in a stressful situation. They really built this for the civilian market. So there are two different styles of mags. So this is a Gen 2, so you're going to have to get the Gen 2 mags. I do have one Gen 1 mag just to see if it will work today. I do have two of the regular Gen 2s, so be careful. We're going to see if it does work, but you do want to be careful what you're buying. The Gen 1 mags you can pick up for like 25 bucks now. I know these are like $50, $60 for the Gen 2s. So we're going to see if it does work. We'll see if there are any problems with that style. Now, let's dive into the numbers. So the numbers on our Sig Copperhead MPX are, we do have a 3.5-inch barrel. Now, something about this barrel is it's not threaded, so you're not going to be able to run a suppressor. They do make other barrels that you can get for this firearm, aftermarket ones, replaces, so if you do want to run this suppressed, you can. Now they did this because they wanted to keep it small. They were kind of aiming for the small market, not really the suppressor market. So 80% of the people are going to like this. Only 20% of us really have a suppressor to run with it. It does have an overall length of 14.5 when she's all closed up, so it's very easy and compact for you to deploy or carry with you. We have a width of 2.4 inches. We have a height of about 8 inches on this firearm. Now it weighs about 4.5 pounds, so it is pretty light. You could throw this and carry it around all day and really not notice if you're carrying it on a backpack. We do have a QD mount here that's also on here, so you can run a sling with this if that was something you wanted to do. We have a full 1913 pick rail on top, so you can run any accessories. Now we don't really have anything to the side, so it's gonna give you some limitations there. We don't really have any M-lock slots, nothing like that. It is, you know, a full metal firearm. As you can see, there's nowhere to kind of, you know, put a light, a laser, anything like that. So that may be a drawback, but this is supposed to be just a compact, carry it with you, deploy as quick as possible firearm. The ambi controls are really, really nice, and the built-in hand stop I think is going to be fun today. I mean, I don't have the biggest hands, but you can still get in there. It does give you a little bit to be desired, but we'll see what it has from there. So let's go over the ammo that we're going to do today. So today we're going to do our typical. We're definitely going to run some reloads just to see how it likes that. This is a higher end gun, so sometimes higher end guns can be a little ammo finicky. We are then going to run our 115, we're going to run our Federal Brass, and then we're going to run some MagTech 124 grain through it today. So we're going to run 115 and 124. This isn't really suppressor ready, so we're not going to waste any of the subsonic ammo or the 147 we have. But I think it's going to be fun to get out there and shoot. I think this is going to be a really neat gun, and I think this is going to be a good time with this pistol on the range today. I really think this brace is neat. I think it's going to be kind of fun to play with. Have it on your arm, kind of have that adjustability there in the back end of it. So we'll see, but let's get to the important stuff. Let's get out to shooting. We're out here now with our Sig Copperhead, and we are gonna do our 25-yard accuracy test. I got a little 6-inch circle out there. Well, I guess it's not little, but it's a 6-inch circle. 25 yards, and we'll see how this is. Very small, compact package, right? Oh, it'd be good if I charged it, right, guys? I definitely pushed those last two off to the left, but I got one in the circle, so it was terrible for me. I'm definitely wobbly today, so I'm gonna retry that, but I do have two to the left and one in the circle. So I'm gonna run another 3 shots. Let me grab that mag real quick. Doot doot doot. Doot 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 doot. Doot 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 doot. Redo. That is much better, much better. So I was just rushing those shots. We're pretty decently sighted. I might need to come down a little bit. Looks like my bore sights when I do them at home are a little high. Now I'm just doing them across my house, so I'm not quite at this. It's probably close to this 25-yard mark, but come down a little bit and I think we'll be fine. So let's get Lauren out here with this thing.
Did you pay attention to that?
No. I'll go out and mark him. Man, that's nice. There's barely any felt recoil. And I mean, follow-up shots, I can definitely speed those up 100%.
Oh my God!
So we did run the Gen 1 mag. It did not lock back with the Gen 1. So that is kind of depressing, but it did work. It did cycle. We just didn't get a chance to actually have this locked back. So maybe they'll work, but it doesn't seem like they'll lock back with that style of mag. About the same. My first second was actually slower, or my first shot. That's okay. Now that we have our first 150 rounds through our Sig Copperhead, we'll give you our final thoughts on these first shots. Hey everybody. Now we're here with our Sig Copperhead. We put our 150 rounds through today. I really enjoyed shooting this. I mean, the recoil was minimal.
Hardly anything at all.
Yeah, and it's a nice lightweight. Even with this small brace, you know, it did feel okay to me. I like the ambi controls. Everything flicks on and off very easily. I mean, the controls are really nice to reach. Even the mag release, I'm not a very big person, but the way this nice little undercut is, we're able to get in there really tight. It would be nice, there's a bit more of an undercut here in the trigger guard. You're really smashing your fingers up in there, but I mean, you can see, you can reach that mag release very easily when you're there. It's got that flared mag well, so you can get a lot of room in there. It makes it pretty easy just to really just jam those in there any way you want in a stressful situation. The optic did fine. We did have just a little bit from the bore sighting. Now the brace was something to be desired. It wasn't bad. I didn't really have tons of problems with it. Didn't feel great when I strapped it to my arm. That was kind of weird. But other than that, I didn't think it was terrible. What'd you think?
So I think the thing I like least about this is the brace. This is a style of gun that I wouldn't normally shoot and wouldn't normally be my favorite, but I did actually really enjoy this. The low recoil, it's not super heavy, the hand positioning, how you're holding it, all of that was really, really nice and unexpected. I didn't love the brace. It's pushing into my shoulder and then it kept turning. And that was bothering me a little bit. I even talked to Kyle about putting something with a little more rubber on there. But that's something that we could look at switching out ourselves. Overall, for the function of the firearm, I think it's really great, and I'm excited to add something to my range repertoire that I'm not regularly shooting, so I'm impressed.
Yeah, I think this is great. 150 rounds through it today. It's a very nice, comfortable, lightweight gun. It does only come in this nice little coyote tan here. That's their kind of anodized coating there. But it's really easy, again, putting this in a backpack, having it ready. It's really easy for you to get your hand down in there. And I mean, you can even have it set up with this out of the way a little bit. You're able to grip it and adjust it as you go. And I mean, there's a QD mount here. There's one here that we had added to the firearm. So you could have a sling with this, pops apart just like an AR. You've got your pin, so it's really easy to take down, really easy to clean. So as of now, I give it a thumbs up.
And I can definitely see, I actually didn't know until you just showed us about that QD mount there. And I could see you pulling that up from a sling position and it being really, really handy. I could see how that would work out really great for this type of gun.
Our shot timer was also jealous that it wasn't on camera, so it decided just to go off. So yeah, we really appreciate you checking out the channel. Check out some of the links below. We have merch, some shirts, things of that nature out there. And we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching our video. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel.
Comment below. We want to hear from you. Get more content from family firearm reviews by joining our Patreon and checking out the links in the description.